We have Russell Pennington with a presentation on Resolution 1173.
A few months ago, the Board of Trustees asked staff to go out and get a bid for the airport entrance sign. And so on June 9th, we sent out a design build request for proposals for the sign and received one proposal on June 20th from Gordon Sign. And with this, they provided three options with a couple of different logos, which was also requested also. The logos are up here on the right. One says Erie Municipal Airport, looks like a jet swooshing through the air there. And then also the Wright Brothers flyer here, option 2.
Thank you. And is this the staff recommended sign?
Well, in our board packet, we did not give a recommendation. We kind of gave you here's all the bells and whistles, and we're looking for direction from the board.
Mr. Pennington, or me, I'm not sure who this is for. Why are you taking this from the general fund rather than the airport fund when it was originally proposed way back when? It is an airport enterprise operation to me.
Maybe I can help.
Yeah.
Mayor. The airport fund doesn't have any
I understand
funds available. And, you know, this is I understand, and Mayor, this is a municipal, so it was your option. You can decide whether it's coming out of the general fund or out of a specific fund, or you could loan it to the airport fund, and then the airport fund over several years as we build up some funds, they can pay us back for the sign, if that's the choice of the board.
Okay.
But right now, the airport fund doesn't have any capital money to afford a sign.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Mr. Balin. That will.
Where's this $11,000 or $10,000 coming from?
Mayor, we have some capital improvement projects in the general funds that Public Works had.
And then the discussion about where the funds are coming from this. And I remember us having the discussion, but I don't remember the answer to the question.
It would be appropriate probably to have it in the airport fund, but the airport fund doesn't have any dollars.
Next up is Resolution 1173, and that's a resolution awarding a design-build contract. We have Russell Pennington with the presentation.
In your board package, you can see that the cost for the new 4x8 sign is $11,025. You add the lighting for $2,600 for a total of $13,635.
Okay, I think the big thing we missed was we didn't want a 4x8 sign. We wanted a 10x15 sign, as I recall.
I remember the first set of drawings were 8 feet, so I thought this is what we asked for. I'm not sure if I'm wrong, but I was okay with this. I'd like to make a motion. We approve Resolution 1173 with option 1. Which
Funding on this one comes from which source?
Currently, I do believe we are looking at the general fund.
All right. Mr. Shapiro, could you help remind me of a couple of things? One is, as we made a $40,000 loan to the enterprise fund. In my perspective, this is an enterprise fund expense that would come out of the general fund. What are the requirements or rules or whatever guidelines for when an enterprise fund ceased to exist? When the airport was acquired by the town, there was an ordinance passed. Do you happen to have a copy of that available? Because it had some very specific guidelines about how that was to be operated.
I do not have a copy of that ordinance.
I would need to see that. But as I recall, it was meant to be kept as an independent entity and operated as such. It concerns me that we continue to move forward with mixing this in. I was part of the group that recommended putting a sign out there. It needs a sign. It should come from the airport fund.